Slow down to get more done. We live in a fast paced world, and it feels like it's getting faster by the minute. We are made to believe that being busy is good. It means that we're productive, we're hardworking, and sometimes it's viewed as a measure of success. We fill our days and our schedules to fit more activities, to do more, and so much so that when we actually have a minute to ourselves, we don't know how to just be with ourselves. So instead, we do more, right? Do you resonate with this? What if all of this doing is not helping us to be more productive, but instead hindering our productivity, creativity, and of course, our health and well being? What if we can get more done, have more time, and feel more energetic by slowing down? Hi, I'm Dora, holistic stress and resilience coach from Dora Chen Yoga. Welcome to my Tuesday weekly connect, where we talk about various topics that's related to whole person wellness in body, mind, and soul. So today I'm hopping on a little bit early before my 9 a.m. So hopefully you can catch the replay afterwards if you were hoping that I'd jump on at 9. So I'm 10 minutes earlier today just because of scheduling. So I apologize. So let's get into it. Eckhart Tolle once said that we are no longer human beings because we've become human doings. We have lost the ability to just be. We're used to filling our days with so much stuff that we are constantly in the doing, and it's very hard for us to slow down. Something that I hear often is that I can't meditate. There's no way to still the mind. And for so many of us, the mind is constantly switched on. We're thinking, we're planning, we're worrying, we're doing. And it doesn't stop. And it even interferes with our sleep. So no wonder we feel stressed, tired, and drained. Can you imagine, for instance, doing sit-ups every minute of the day without a break? Right? That's what most of us do with our minds. And how can this ever be sustainable? And the answer is it isn't. Even though it may feel like we're productive by doing something all the time, the truth is when we keep going and doing with no rest or very little rest, the quality of our work will gradually decrease. We will have less ability to retain short-term memory. Our ability to problem solve decreases. We are less creative or innovative. We find it hard to focus and to stay focused and stay on task. We get distracted easily, which leads to procrastination. And we find it harder to take on new information and to learn new things and more. So all of this means that it takes us longer to do a task, and we're likely not doing the task to the best of our ability. And as we continue to add on to our schedule to fit more into our day, we also create more stress for ourselves. And when we are stressed, our emotions are harder to manage. We tend to get more impatient, irritable, defensive, and reactive. And this could lead to a feeling of overwhelm or exhaustion. So we need to break out of the conditioned belief that doing more is more. And instead, it is more important perhaps to be intentional with our actions than just, blindly doing more. Now, when you are always going, do you even realize where you're going? What is the point of all of this doing? For many of us, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to do everything, right? We place importance on everything, and in doing so, we believe that there is nothing that we can let go of. Everything is important, so we need to do everything. And we simply try to do it all. or we feel like we have to do it all. But these are conditioned beliefs. We often don't realize that all of the important things that we need to do in our lives are actually not things that are important to us, perhaps, but they are things that are important for other people. And we may not realize that we're actually trying to keep up with expectations of others, whether it be family, society, or, what other influences that you might have. And many of the things that we do every day don't actually fulfill us, but instead they drain us. So I encourage everyone to take time to inquire a little bit deeper. It may be interesting for you to write down all of the things that you feel you need to do, whether it be daily tasks or things you need to do in the month. Then one by one, ask yourself, why do you feel it is important that you're doing this? Why are you doing this, right? And then don't just let the inquiry stop there. Go a little bit deeper. Ask yourself a few more times, why? So for example, you may feel that, you need to keep the house clean. So the first inquiry may be, well, why do I feel it's important to clean the house? And your first answer might be, well, because you feel better when it's cleaned. Then you may continue to go a little deeper and ask, well, why do you feel better when it's clean? And your answer may be, well, you feel perhaps guilty if the house is not kept clean. And if you go deeper again and ask why, eventually you may get to the real truth behind why you're doing the things that you do every day. And in the example of cleaning the house, perhaps the core of the issue may be that you feel an external pressure to keep the house clean. And if it's not clean, you may feel judged. You may feel like you failed in some way. And you don't want to feel that way. And so you get the house clean, right? And so this is just one example as to why you might be doing some of the things that you're doing. And it's not actually based on your own desire to keep the house clean, but maybe you are worried about being judged, the fear of being seen as a failure, or any other pressures or fears or insecurities that actually stem from expectations of other people rather than what we feel that it is something that is important to us or fulfilling to us. And as you can imagine, when it's pressure, external pressure or expectations from other people, then this is a source of stress. And we add stress onto ourselves trying to keep up with all of these expectations, and our actions and decisions and behaviors will be stemming from fear. I think it is helpful to understand why we are doing what we're doing, especially if all of this doing is taking up all of our time, making us feel chronically stressed and causing physical and or emotional dis-ease in both our bodies and minds. I feel that we need to start being protective of our time. How do I want to use my time wisely? What is most important to me? What is fulfilling to me? And even these questions by themselves might even show how little time or little thought we've given to things that are important to us, because many people that I work with, this is a significant struggle, is that we keep ourselves so busy that we don't even know what we want, what we need, and what's fulfilling to us anymore. We're just caught in the daily activities and the stress and all of this doing that's keeping us seemingly productive, but we're actually not feeling fulfilled. We've lost touch with what actually feels right to us and what is important to us. And so that is a separate question that perhaps it's that you might dive into a little bit deeper. But if you do know what is important to you, what is fulfilling to you, then the next step would be, well, what do I need to prioritize the activities that are important, meaningful, and fulfilling, rather than prioritizing things that are based on pressure or expectations by others? Now, of course, we all have responsibilities that we don't particularly enjoy, and that's going to be part of life. We can never, live in a way where we only do things that are, enjoyable, because opposites always arise together. So, as much as we want to do things that are enjoyable to us, there will be moments and we will have responsibilities that we have to do regardless. But even then, be honest with yourself, because there's bound to be a couple of items on your list that can be bumped down the list, and a couple of items that can be bumped up your list of priorities. Take time to reflect on your life right now and reorganize your responsibilities, reprioritize your responsibilities. We also need to see rest as something that needs to take priority, rather than something that is stealing time away from your packed schedule. When we take the time to rest, restore, rejuvenate our body and mind, we actually get more things done in less time. When our minds are fresh, energized, and healthy, it can stay focused for longer. We can think more creatively, which is important for innovation and problem solving. We're able or more able to retain and process information efficiently, meaning that we are more productive. Just in the same way that, if you were physically active or physically working out or exercising your body without ever letting it rest, you don't actually get stronger, right? Contrarily, you'll run your body to the ground eventually. So this is the same with our minds. If we constantly work the mind without giving it sufficient time to rest and restore, how can you expect it to work smoothly, efficiently, and to stay healthy? We need to think of rest as very important and necessary. It's essential part of life. And I suggest that we build in breaks throughout our day so that we can get a mini break for both our body and mind. Especially for those of us who might be sitting at the desks for long periods of the day. Movement breaks coupled with a break for our tired brains is perfect to restore and reset our energy, both in the body and mind, so that we can work efficiently with more ease and less stress. Now, taking mini breaks don't actually have to take up too much of your time at all. In fact, it is frequency rather than duration that's going to be important here. Short breaks, even just a few minutes long, taken, regularly throughout the day, is going to be really important here and can make a huge difference to your energy level, your stress, and to your health. And there are many ways which you can implement, or many tools that you can add in to help you to take these little breaks throughout the day. And it could be as simple as just stepping away from your computer or any electronic devices that you're working on. Just a break from electronics, just for a little while. If you're able, and if the weather permits, taking a short walk outside, like I said, just a few minutes, can be very beneficial. And if you can't be outside, are you able to just look outside? Hopefully, we all have some sort of greenery close by that you can rest your eyes on, something to look at, trees, flowers, maybe there's a garden or anything that's around. And if not, can you bring the nature in to your space? Can you have some indoor plants that you can look at, and that could be your little break. And taking a few deep breaths can be the simplest thing that you can do, but it's one of the most efficient and quickest ways for us to reset and downregulate our nervous system. And this, again, it can be done in a minute. Taking 3 to 5 deep breaths into the body can completely shift your mood. can shift your energy, can help you to focus. And little rituals that you can do for yourself, maybe making a cup of tea, but really focusing on the process and enjoying it, so you're not trying to do a million things at once. Being mindful about what you're doing, focus on what you are doing or the task at hand. And taking a short nap can be so beneficial. There's a lot of science that's coming up about sleep and napping and rest. So taking a short nap, anything between 5 to 20 minutes, no longer than 20 minutes, can be so refreshing and restorative to your body. Refreshes your mind. You can come back to your work feeling much more energized, much more focused, and you're going to get more done in less time. There's so many ways to incorporate mini breaks into our days. And I love this Zen proverb that goes something like, you should sit in meditation for 20 minutes every day. Unless you're too busy, then you should sit for an hour. The busier that you feel, the busier you feel you are, the more important it is that you make time to slow down. And if you would like more tips on how to slow down, advice on how to identify and break free from conditioned beliefs, or you'd like to learn more about more practices that you can incorporate as part of your mini breaks, don't hesitate to reach out. You can always book a free consultation with me. I'll drop the link below, or just DM me to get more information. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, any questions, drop them all below. And if you enjoyed this mini training, make sure you follow me at Dora Chen Yoga. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And I have a private Facebook group called DCY Community, Supporting Strong Women Heal from Stress Holistically, where I stream these trainings live, but I also share resources, tips, tools, special offers in that group. So I'll drop the link below again as well. And also I have 2 free events coming up this month. I have a free yoga and meditation class and a Sangha at the end of the month. So love to have you join us there. I'll drop the links below so you can register for those. But yeah, thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care now.